All right. Chapter 10. At that time the Lord said unto me, Hew you 2 tables of stone like unto the first, and come up unto me into the mount, and make you an ark of wood. And I will write on these tables the words that were on the first tables which you did break, and you shall put them in the ark. So I made an ark of acacia wood, and hewed 2 tables of stone like unto the first, and went up into the mount, having the 2 tables in my hand. And he wrote on the tables, according to the first writing, the 10 words which the Lord spoke unto you in the mount out of the midst of the fire, in the day of the assembly. And the Lord gave them unto me. And I turned, and came down from the mount, and put the tables in the ark which I had made. And there they are, as the Lord commanded me. And the children of Israel journeyed from Beeroth ben Yachan to Masrah. There Aaron died, and there he was buried. And Eleazar his son ministered in the priest's office in his stead. From there they journeyed unto Gudgod, and from Gudgod to Yotbath, a land of brooks and water. And at that time the Lord separated the tribe of Levi to bear the ark of the covenant of the Lord, to stand before the Lord to minister unto him, and to bless in his name unto this day. Wherefore Levi hath no portion nor inheritance with his brethren. The Lord is his inheritance, according as the Lord your God spoke unto him. Now I stand in the mount, as at that time, as at the first time, 40 days and 40 nights. And the Lord hearkened unto me that time also. The Lord would not destroy you. The Lord said unto me, Arise, go before the people, causing them to set forward, that they may go in and possess the land, which I swore unto their fathers to give unto them. And now, Israel, what doth the Lord your God require of you, but to fear the Lord your God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul, to keep for your good the commandments of the Lord, and his statutes which I command you this day? Behold, unto the Lord your God belongeth the heaven, and the heaven of heavens, the earth with all that therein is. Only the Lord had a delight in your fathers to love them, and he chose their seed after them, even you, above all peoples, as it is this day. Circumcise therefore the foreskin of your heart, and be no more stiffnecked. For the Lord your God, he is God of gods, and Lord of lords, the great God, the mighty, and the awful, who regardeth not persons, nor taketh reward. He doth execute justice for the fatherless and the widow, and loveth the stranger, in giving him food and raiment. Love you therefore the stranger, for you were strangers in the land of Egypt. You shall fear the Lord your God. Him shall you serve, and to him shall you cleave, and by his name shall you swear. He is your glory, and he is your God, that hath done for you these great and tremendous things, which thine eyes have seen. Your fathers went down into Egypt with 70 persons, and now the Lord your God hath made you as the stars of heaven for a multitude. Verse 10. Chapter 10. There we go. Well, we see Moses went back up into the mountain after throwing it down and mashing up the calf. He made an ark, this time of wood, and he's going to put these 2 tables of stone in it. These 2 tables of stone, which contain the same writings as the first 2 tables of stone, which represent the covenant broken the first time, those ones that was broken before the eyes of the people, so that we could see that they were broken. They wrote down again. This time Moses has prepared a place to put them. See, he prepared an ark, a place that's going to store these laws of God. See, this represents a new covenant God made with us. We know what this ark is. It's our heart, see. It is our heart. God wrote it on your heart. He puts it in your mouth. It's in you. It's close by you constantly. You've been fighting. Quit fighting. See, we resist God sometimes. So Moses explains. He does what God says. See, he takes these tablets and he puts them in the ark, just like God says. Even these 2 tables, according to just like the first writing. See, the same covenant. These 10 words, these 10 teachings, see, which the Lord spoke unto you in the mount out of the midst of the fire, in the day of the assembly, God gave them unto you, unto me, he says. God gives them unto us, because now these law is wrote down and stored up with us forever. Find that Aaron dies in verse 6. Aaron dies and leaves for his son, takes over this office. See, they journeyed from good God to Yahweh. Good God is a place of slashing. Yahweh, a pleasant place, a place of land of brooks of water. See, at that time, God separated the tribe of Levi to bear this ark of the covenant of the Lord, and to stand before the Lord to minister unto him, to bless him in his name, as it is this day. See, these are the people and the ones who hold fast to this agreement, and they keep the word of God. They stand before us as a witness, and they bear this agreement. They carry it. We can see these things when we hear the truth, and the truth goes out. They are constantly trying to share this knowledge with us. We have to seek it. We have to look for these things. See, if we're not looking for the good things, we can't find them. We have to look for the good things. If we go looking for the bad things, we only find bad things. We find death. We quit that by instituting the commandments into our life, and we begin to put away from the evil. Whether we start with the first commandment or we start with the last one, and we work backwards towards them. If we accomplish the task of inserting them as the law of God, Moses tells us he was saying in the mountain again 40 days and 40 nights. And once again, the Lord listens to him. He brought him down, put him in the ark, and God said, "And now, Israel, what does the Lord your God require of you?" Verse 12. "But to fear the Lord your God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul, to keep for your good the commandments of the Lord and his statutes, which I command you this day." See, what have I asked you to do? To walk in the way I've taught you, to love me, to serve me with all your heart, with all your soul. And how do I serve you? With obedience, through your teachings, to keep for my own good these commandments that you give me. Is this how we honor our Father? That we take that which he taught us, put it to good use, and to love him for this, that he has given us understanding. He has called us. Behold, unto you the Lord your God belongeth the heaven, and the heaven of heavens, the earth, and all that therein is. Look at all these things. Consider, think about it. God speaks to you, to your heart. Why? Because he had delight. He had delight in that those that was before us had faith. See, that God could do these things, that God could do this. And they believed. Knowing not the end, see, they believed. We see the end. We've made the journey. We're making the journey. We'll see these things. Verse 16. "Circumcise, therefore, the foreskin of your heart, and be no more stiff-necked." Here, we're going to make a separation. God says the foreskin of your heart. See, this is a different circumcision than the circumcision of the flesh, which we learned through Abraham. See, well, they learned that in a different book. This foreskin of your heart, the prophets go on and use this as prophecy, because see, that's God's trying to teach us from the beginning, and we learn this. From the beginning, he's been declaring us everything there is. From the beginning. Why do we have to wait to the end to understand these things? This has been the plan from the beginning. See? The former, and the latter. See? The former rain, the latter rain. See? We understand these things. This is the foreskin of your heart. See? I call this the greater, and the foreskin of the flesh I call the lesser. See, I make separation here. I show you a greater understanding. I show you a lesser understanding. I try to keep simple. I'm trying to make this so everybody can understand it. I'm not trying to get way out there yet. I'm going to try to bring you slow, little by little. Try to get it all out there. But I want you to see here, there's a higher understanding, and there's a lower understanding. Maybe a world beneath the higher understanding of the world above. See, we're trying to get to the world above. We're going to journey through this world below. We're going to use this as an example. We're going to use it as a witness. For the Lord your God, he is God of gods. and the Lord of lords, the great God, the mighty and the awful. He don't regard people or take any reward. See, it's all equal, one law for all. God is equal. He is executing justice for the fatherless and the widow. He loves the stranger. He gives him food and raiment. He commands us, love you therefore the stranger. For we were strangers in the land of Egypt. See, we were once journeyers. We once made this trip out of bondage. We have to love those who are there in bondage. We have to try to execute a just way for them, that they can come out. Feed them, clothe them, give them in their thirst. God's leading us out for a different reason. See, God's leading us out. We're going to drive out all those terrible things from the earth. Yep. It looks like an enormous task. It looks like it's big, it's giant. But hey, are we scared? No, we're not scared. God says He's going before us like a devouring fire. God's a mighty warrior. We'll learn later that He has a sword. He prepares Himself for a battle. You shall fear the Lord your God. Him shall you serve. Him shall you cleave. And by His name shall you swear. See? Verse 20. His name, Him, Lord your God. He is your glory, and He is your God, that hath done for you these great and tremendous things, which your eyes have seen, or shall see, whichever the case may be. If you ain't seen them, we're going to show them to you. Your fathers went down into Egypt with 70 people, and now the Lord your God has made you as the stars of heaven for a multitude. Yeah, it's time to gather up, get serious. See? It's time to put this law into effect. This is our wisdom. This is our understanding. This is what we have. Oh, we're going to use what little we have. See what little God give us to fight with. We think, oh, this is just a little what we got to fight with. Whoa, we got with it. We will clothe ourselves, see, with armor, and we'll get His salvation as a helmet. God gives us understanding. It comes truth, a sword. We will furbish it. We'll prepare it. See, and with God, we'll stand as a mighty army, prepared for battle. See, yeah, God's going to take us into the promised land. He's going to give us great things. We have a lot to learn, a journey to make. We'll reach our journey at the end. We will not disappoint, see, because we have seen these things. We've witnessed all these things, and we have considered the end of these things. We have one example, and we become the next. All right, I could spend all day, but I ain't going to. We got to move on. We're going to go to chapter 11.